And we are back on the Rodriguez Show, and we have our very special guest for the episode, Dom Chamelo. How's it going, man?
What's up, man?
How you feeling?
Chilling. I'm glad to be here. Happy to be here.
Hey, I'm glad I got it right the second time.
No, you got it. Yes, you got it.
Follow him on Instagram at Dom Chamelo. That's DOMCHAMELO.
Got it.
Can You See Me? The EP is out now.
Yes.
So yeah, man, we'll get into all of that, but I just want to talk about how you got started. How long you been doing it?
How long? Dang. I've always been writing like since I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
I've just liked music in general.
Yeah.
I would it wouldn't be like my own bars and stuff. I would be putting like parts of songs in with other parts of songs.
Oh, okay.
And then I show them to girls and be like, this is my song. But not,
what songs were you like listening to that you wanted to put together back then?
It was mainly like Blink 182, Sum 41. I forgot who made that song, but the main one I remember was the one that goes, throw it away, forget yesterday.
Oh,
you remember that one?
Damn, those are emo classics right there.
Yeah.
The pop punk classics.
Yes. But I didn't start taking it too serious till my freshman year of high school, where I really got into writing, because that's when Tyler was coming up, and he's my number one right there, next to Kid Cudi, next to Kanye.
Nice.
He really inspired me just to branch out, to do my own thing. So I took it more serious.
Yeah.
Because like even when I was in school, I was just going with the flow of everything. I'm doing my honors classes, whatever. Until I started for real writing, I was like, this is what I want to do. I want to make these songs.
That's tight, man.
Yeah.
So then how did you go about it? How did you go about starting to make music? Like, what did you use?
When I started, I just threw myself in the ocean with that. I was not focused on school at all.
Oh shit.
This is coming from someone I had honors classes, I had AP classes, but once I was like, music, this is what I want to do. I was like, this is gonna be my focus. I just ignored everything else.
Nice.
Ignored everything else. I was like, I'm writing these songs, I'm getting this done. But once the report cards started coming in, and my mom started giving me them talks, and I was like, all right, I guess I'll finish off high school.
Yeah.
But while I'm still working on this, for sure. And after that, it was mainly just writing. I didn't get to the business aspects of things till college, where I started meeting, more people. I took more music classes.
Yeah.
Because classes, after my AP classes in high school, I was just, I just took classes where I was like, I just want to write and just be in my own zone.
That's cool. I mean, where'd you go to college?
Oh, at OCC.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they have a variety of music classes there, and you can really meet a lot of people there too, right?
Yeah. Well, to be honest, I took the music classes, but I didn't really fuck with the music classes. I did meet people that work on music outside of those classes, though. So
at OCC.
Yeah, at OCC still. Yeah. So yeah, it was mainly just because those classes, they legit they gave us a project. They're like, come back at the end of the semester.
Okay.
I'm like, this is not
really
cool.
And fucking college classes over in college, they're really shitty. They'll they'll teach you one thing, and then boom, you're doing that for the rest of the fucking the quarter or whatever, and that's all you do for 3 weeks, or at least that's what happened in my experience and shit.
Yeah.
Since we're doing community college or whatever, and it's just fucking annoying.
Yeah.
But the people you meet there are for sure cool, because I met one homie, Victor, and I ended up seeing him again over when we went to that event. I forgot where we went, over somewhere in Anaheim and shit.
Oh, No Breaks.
Yeah, No Breaks. Yeah, and I ended up seeing him there, and he fucks with a lot of the people that we fuck with and shit. And then I have another homie over in Mission Viejo, Jimmy. He does EDM music, and he's kind of popping off. And it's just the people you meet is for sure the highlight of those classes.
Luckily, there was a lot of people. It's just the classes. If I was gonna put putting money into it, I was like, nah. I'll just come through and just talk to the people I've already met. Because I remember I took it was a studio, just learning plugins in a studio, And I swear we spent like 2 weeks learning how to connect left wires to left plugs.
Wow.
I was like this, and like, oh, not even just that, to how to roll it up.
The cable?
How to roll it up. And I was like, once I left, I was like, I learned all this in a week on the internet.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I was like,
it sounds to me like I was like, yeah, no, I learned how to do that shit on my own online.
yeah,
Like, exactly.
I was like, I'm giving y'all like $400 for all this shit. I was like, no, thank you.
Well, I'm glad you're now making music. You're doing it your own way. So, how did you transition? Like, where do you pull that inspiration from to write? Like, do you like write about stuff that happened to you, or like stuff that happens to your friends? Do you think of stories?
I like to come up with stories, but I also like to get a little personal.
Yeah.
With stories, I won't go too direct though. You know.
Like you mean you'll be like more metaphorically than instead of like like Eminem where he's like fuck you Kim, shit like that.
Well, I mean he's straight up. He's straight. He's naming names. His wife freaking slit her wrist, and I was like, oh my god, y'all don't name them names. Yeah. But no, like metaphorically, and that also helps with the process of making the songs because you know I love hip hop because I like listening to these bars come together. I mean, not the main focus, but that's like what I started as writing. I was like, I want to put these together, see what I could come up with. Yeah. And you know, it's just best when it comes to getting personal, not to just be pointing directly. And also, when it's like too direct, I feel like it ends up being too cliche. You know?
Yeah.
Like there's just a lot of people that work on music, and it's just like they go straight to like my nightmares, my demons, my evil girl. It's like
it's like cliches, like in a certain way. Like I see what you're saying. Like like it's stuff that like you've heard a bunch of times. It's like it has to be phrased differently.
Exactly. I was like, can you think of a synonym or a simile maybe to come up with something like that? But
I've never thought about it, but it's like think of all the people that have made songs that that are like these are my nightmares, my demons. That is such a common thing.
Yeah, it's a common thing. Ripped my heart out. She ripped my heart. That's a big one. She ripped my heart out. And this is coming from someone that like I love punk music. I love that type of music. I mean, but it's like it's gotta be like the top list. Of it, you know.
You have to toe the line. Like Tyler Creator, On the Border with that song "I Fucking Hate You."
Oh yeah.
Like is that what you're saying? Where it's like almost like he's very direct about what he's talking about, but it's like impersonal enough where you're like, okay, I can fuck with this, where it's not too dramatic.
I mean, I feel like everybody, I personally fuck with it, or at least a lot of people fuck with it. It was just it was creepy. It was creepy, and we're like seeing that in like music, and we're seeing it live. We're seeing it in a music video. And going back to Tyler and my process, like those are like the stories like I want to bring to life. I like to have a visual representation of things. Cause I mean, not like that creepy stuff. I mean, maybe I don't know what comes up in my head, but cause I'm a movie buff, you know. I grew up watching movies. I grew up
well, you got your Michael Myers shirt on.
Oh hell yeah, I'm exactly. I'm a huge horror fan now.
Who are some of your favorite movies?
My favorite movies.
Pulp Fiction.
Nah, I know this one's super into Quentin Tarantino. No. Oh, okay. Actually, no. Speaking of Quentin Tarantino, my number one, From Dusk Till Dawn.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's an interesting choice for Quentin Tarantino.
It's because like he didn't direct it. It was his screenplay.
Robert Rodriguez. Yeah.
But it's just it was fucking awesome. Yeah. Like the first time I watched it, I wasn't a kid. I was like, it was not that long ago. I was like 2-3 years ago. Yeah. But I was like watching it. I was a little high too. I was like watching. I was like, okay, this is like an old western. Like, are these two guys just trying to get to the border? And
you didn't know the twist?
No, I didn't know the twist. Shit. I was like, what the hell am I watching?
Fire. If you don't know what you're getting into and you watch that movie, you're like, oh shit.
Yeah, I mean that's why like I love that movie because I was like I did not expect this happening, and it's like two different movies in one. So I'm like, boom, this is awesome. Oh, okay. That's a good one. Lighthouse is amazing.
I love that movie. He thought it was trash.
No, I gotta ask, what is it about the Lighthouse? Because I watched it and then I watched it like faded again, and it just never made sense. It never made sense. Like it just What is it about the lighthouse that you guys like so much? Please explain.
I don't know. I like the cinema. I like how they capture the moment. It's mainly all. It's like what's it? It's a mythological story.
Yeah.
Of some guy chasing the light. But I mean, in the story, it's something else. But he's chasing the light, and then in the end, he ends up getting
like taken over by the light. Yeah, like
taken over by the light, or getting friggin' at the end he suffers the most, and it's just going crazy. I really liked it.
It's just the reason why I liked it is just that it's something you've never seen before. It's like right. Like, you can agree with that.
I mean, yeah, when you see homeboy fucking yanking it to a statue of a mermaid. And yeah, I mean, you know me, like my brand is all about, or a part of my brand is all about not
jerking it.
No, not jerking it. It's all about the ocean. I love the ocean.
Yeah.
You know, they got mermaids in there. Mermaids are fucking scary.
Yeah.
So I really liked it. How many times have I watched it? Like 3-4 times.
Nice.
Yeah.
Crazy, yeah. Have you seen Midsummer? We'll get back. We'll talk about your Pro EP in a second. Have you seen Midsummer though?
No, I haven't yet. I really want to.
You'll enjoy that one if you like the Lighthouse.
A24, they make some good movies. I see you got the Uncut Gems shirt. Yeah, I vlog that movie.
Just watch Green Knight too. That shit's fire too.
It's a new one. I don't know. My friends want me to watch that movie, but I've never been into like
me neither. Medieval
stories.
Stuff.
Yeah, the medieval stories. Like I tried to watch Lord of the Rings. I fell asleep like every time.
Yeah.
Like I just couldn't do it.
I've never seen any of those like nights and shit like that, and I watched this one and it blew me away. It's the same level as like the Lighthouse.
All right,
don't come at me if you're disappointed. So.
I'll give it a chance. But yeah, like Game of Thrones, same shit. I couldn't get into it.
Yeah. All right, so I wanted to talk about Can You See Me? It's your EP. It's out now.
Yes,
you have some great tracks on it. How did that come about? How did that come together?
It was mainly like I was just working on tracks, and I didn't plan on making the project. I was just planning on putting songs out, but when I looked through all the songs and I kind of like pieced them together, I was like, this could be a project. Because I like, you know, from my inspiration from Tyler, Kanye, Kid Cudi, when they don't just put out songs, bro. They make a project. Like everything's, it's like cohesive from beginning to end. It's gotta like it connects somehow, and that's what I felt when I made these. I had more songs, but out of these 7, I thought they connected the most, and they were my favorite ones, or what my friends thought were the best ones as well. So I was like, I'm just gonna put out this project. A lot of people were against me putting out a project, just saying right now, it's right now everybody's saying it's a singles game. And
I see what you're saying.
It kind of is, like, and they're thinking business.
Yeah.
But you gotta think about that sometimes too. But I already had this ready, and I was like, nah, fuck it, I'm gonna give it to him because like all I had Chimes out, and then I didn't make the decision till Deep Dive. Because that was actually, I wasn't even going to drop Chimes, the first single. I was going to just drop Deep Dive, but then COVID happened, and I was like, oh my God, I'm going to give this more room. Because I wanted to do the video for it also. But no, I'm just do Chimes. That one actually is doing super well compared to Deep Dive. I didn't think people would like that more than Deep Dive. Yeah.
And does that, so you can see all that data and see how many people are streaming what song.
Yeah.
That's tight. I mean, and how do you, now that you have those 7 songs on a project, it's kind of easier now for you because it's like now you have a body of work. You're starting that body of work, right? So, like, I mean, that would have, if you didn't have anything out, like if you just had a single, I would have not wanted to book you until you had something like a project done because it's, you know what I'm saying? Like it shows that your artist has moved on and like or moved forward a step.
Yeah, I mean that's another reason I was thinking. I was like, let's just drop the project, like because I want to do shows. I want to, I want to do more shows. So I'm like, how am I gonna do like a show with just like one song? I mean, obviously, like I'm not gonna have like a 30-minute to an hour show. But I was like 22 minutes. I think that's
a good set. It's a good set.
Good time. Especially there's or at least the fan favorites right now are like the ones with the hooks. So I'm like, people are gonna love this ones for sure.
Yeah, it's true, and it's like really some catchy hooks. So where do you hope to take this? Do you want to be a touring musician? Do you want to be like a Tyler Creator? Do you want to get into the fashion industry? Like what are you looking for in the future?
I for sure want to, not like in the fashion industry, but I want to make more clothes. I mean, he knows like in the beginning I was like making clothes as well. Like this is my logo.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I got merch too. Yes.
Yeah.
High school and shit. So
Yeah.
just so you know, this has been like fucking in the works since like we were in high school, 2015. Even before, like I met him when we were sophomores and shit. And this fool, like we would hang out like at 7-Eleven and just fucking just chill there with a speaker bumping Odd Future, and this fool was just like freestyling shit out of nowhere. Yeah. And then he like brought out his like merch with like the hats and the shirts and shit like that. So
that's cool.
Yeah, buddy been working.
I know. I was gonna do it separate, the clothing line. Oh, it was separate, the clothing line and the music. But just to save money, not to be focused on two different businesses, just put them together and make merch.
Yeah.
Like I got some new clothes that I'm working on and I want to add to the video. So it's like kill two birds with one stone. We put it in the video, and then we could take photos and look good. Maybe people want to buy them. We'll see.
It's a smart move because it's like you like the clothes you're making, so you're gonna wear it, you're gonna display it. If anybody else wants to, they can just buy it because it's right there. They can see it.
Yeah, and it also has to do with like the songs. Like they're connected to the songs as well. So I'm like,
it's perfect.
For real, gonna fuck with the music.
Yeah, it's a good business idea. Like you said.
And then going back to the rest, I for sure want to tour. I was like, when I did my first show at like a backyard show.
Yeah.
That's when it was my first one. My parents my family was there. It was like they were hosting it, and I did it, and I was like, "Yep, I'm for sure want to do this."
Yeah.
Because I was like,
finally found it.
I mean, because they were iffy as well. You know, they were like, do music. But I'm just like, once they saw me do it like live, I was like, they finally agreed. I was like, okay, you're gonna do this. Like, I'm gonna do this.
Wow. Well, it's good to have your family on your side.
Finally,
supporting. It took a while.
That's a perk, bro.
It took a while, because like you said, I was doing this since 2015, but it took me. The reason it took me a while to release some music was this one dude I was working with in college, and not to talk down on him because he did help me a lot.
Yeah.
He helped me get my equipment. He helped me basically because I would always write, but I would never know how to just get on a song, how to go with the flow, how to do the verse or stay on beat. So that's what I was practicing for 2-3 years probably.
Damn.
Yeah, every day. You'll hear that later. Yeah. But the 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. and then I work 4 p.m. to 8 a.m. That's every day. Every day. Right now, right now it's a bit more tricky because now got interviews, kind of trying to do shows, got networking events. But so that's when I was for sure practicing. The only problem was he kind of told me is don't put nothing out unless it's perfect. And that's when the perfectionist in me started coming in. It's like, oh, I'm not putting it out this time, not this time. And then years pass. And
but that's I think that's a good way to do it. I mean, even if you're not getting the reward from it right away, you know that you're crafting yourself to be a talented person. Like you're building that skill, and it's only going to be amazing. It's only going to get better and better as the longer you wait because you're practicing. I mean that's why it was a blessing and a curse. Because blessing, he helped me make sure I was good enough to to stay on beat, stay on flow, and just go through the tracks. Got my hooks down too, which was awesome. But now it's just every once in a while I'll finish a song or I'm working on the video. I was like, let's add this, let's do that. It'll look better with this. And then it's all right, now we gotta push it back a week. Now we gotta push it back 2 weeks, 1 month.
So like that's me right now in my videos. To be honest, like
you get an idea and you're like, well, I can't. It's not gonna not have this idea, and it doesn't matter how long it takes. I'm gonna add it on there.
Yeah.
I feel you, man. I've been in that situation where you're like, this shit, I gotta finish this video by tomorrow. But what if I added all this shit to it?
Yeah.
And then it's like,
exactly.
okay, I'm gonna have to now.
Yeah.
So that's tight, man. So. You've been around the music scene for a long time. You grew up here in the area, right?
Yeah.
So what do you think about this music scene in Orange County that we got?
Dude, it's awesome, man.
Yeah.
I didn't see it as much as I do now. I mean, I don't know if it was ever this big.
Yeah.
But it's awesome because like when I was in high school, it was Eric Young, and that was just the guy.
Was it. Yeah.
And then Tiz, and right now, main dudes I know is like. But I know they're popping doing their thing is like Germ, Jimmy, Gucci Mars got her thing too.
But yeah, man, those guys in 714, man, they really came up quickly. I mean, we all went to the same high school. I was in the class with Tiz the same year. And it was like, watched him become like this kid who just likes hip hop to who he is now.
Yeah.
Completely different dude. Like he did I Love College, I Love High School for his like prom or something to win. Remember that?
It wasn't it Mr. Segerstrom?
Mr. Segerstrom.
Yeah.
It was I Love
Mr. Segerstrom?
No.
Tiz did.
I believe, yeah.
And he changed I Love College to I Love High School.
Oh, that's funny.
This one did Mr. Segerstrom.
I did
as well.
do Mr.
You did?
Yeah, I performed. I performed the song.
It was for people that don't know what the fuck we're talking about. It was the high school male beauty pageant.
It was,
Yup. Yeah.
Well, that's tight, man. That's cool. I really like the fact that you waited so long because it only paid off for you. Like it paid off even bigger now. I would assume.
Yeah. I'm glad it did. Like the numbers it be doing, like especially since like my first project and the numbers are good. I'm here talking to you. Yeah. I'm like this is awesome. Like it's really showing them like, oh, this is for real happening. You know.
Well, I'm sure people are excited to hear what tracks you got, and we'll get into that in a second. Before we do, we have this segment called 60 Seconds With. It's the rapid fire round. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
All right. This is the first thing that comes to mind. I'm gonna start the timer now. Favorite cartoon character?
SpongeBob.
Favorite song right now?
Lemonhead.
One word to describe you when you were a kid.
Quiet.
Do you have a hidden talent?
Video games.
Indica, sativa, or hybrid?
None.
Netflix, Hulu, or HBO?
HBO.
Name of your best friend in high school?
Marco and Gio.
Not yet.
Oh, yeah,
first CD you ever bought?
First CD I bought, Slim Shady LP.
First song you illegally downloaded?
Illegally? Oh, that's I Smell Pussy by G-Unit.
Favorite movie?
From Dusk Till Dawn.
Jim Carrey or Will Ferrell?
Jim Carrey.
Dave Chappelle or Eddie Murphy?
Dave Chappelle.
Rapping Drake or R&B Drake?
Rapping Drake.
Favorite non-hip-hop genre?
Alternative.
Spotify, Apple Music, or Tidal?
Apple Music.
Favorite thing about hip-hop?
Thing about hip-hop? Energy.
And that's it. 60 seconds.
Yeah.